Good morning and welcome back to beautiful bed music. I like that. Bed music is what we call background music in the entertainment industry. And it wrapped up. I'm Francis Mayer, the host of Success and Equity on BC TV, and as we approach the Thanksgiving holiday, we are appreciating the things we have by considering the folks who don't have enough. And despite the profound success of many Americans and the concentration of wealth we have within our 300 million plus population, there are many people who have barely enough to get by. And it can be easy to ignore, as our previous guest told us, when you have low population density like we have in Kern County, third largest county by land mass in California, but definitely not the highest in population density. So we have folks that you don't see who aren't doing as well as you don't know, but there are a lot of resources available to help them. And our next guest knows a little bit about that. Well, what are we doing on campus to help folks out? What sort of resources do we have available?
We have a lot of student assistance programs available to our students.
Just certain students or?
Oh, no, all students.
And I'm sorry, give us your name.
Danielle Owens. I oversee the Renegade Pantry in the Office of Student Life.
And what is the Renegade Pantry?
The Pantry is a student assistance program. We provide monthly distribution of groceries, hygiene products, and clothing upon request. And we are constantly trying to gather additional resources for our students.
Well, and I'll tell you, the food that you offer up, whether it's stuff from Panera, thank you, Panera, very generous of you, or other sundry items, it's good. Sometimes I walk by there, and I've been told I don't qualify. So, but you don't turn anybody away. So, in all truth, right?
Yeah, the students that come in, the only requirement is 0.5 units currently enrolled, and be in good standing. And even that portion, we have some wiggle room on. We update ed plans based on referrals to try to help students further be successful.
Now, wait a second. BC is a school. Well, why are we giving away food? Why is that important to students? Why is that our problem?
Student success is based upon the ability to thrive. So if you're not eating, you can't concentrate on being able to take a test, or you can't focus. If you're hungry, if you're worried about where am I going to get my next meal, it really affects everything that you're doing. It affects your ability to be successful as a student.
And friends, that is kind of the metric by which a society is measured. Our ancestors were hunter-gatherers. They weren't hunters and gatherers of technology. They were hunters and gatherers of sustenance and easy access to food, potable water. This is the very foundation of humanity and of our success.
Correct.
And like you said, it's easy to go to the Renegade Pantry and get food. You're not going to hassle people. You're not going to jam them up with a bunch of questions about whether they go to church or how good of a boy or girl they've been.
No.
You want them to eat.
Yes.
And do you ever see students having an obstacle to asking for help? Like a reticence?
It does occur. Some students are too prideful. They don't want anybody to know their situation. They're very concerned about privacy, and we are very protective of that. And so we do our best to encourage students to go ahead and participate in the program, and then we encourage them to follow up monthly, because they can participate every month. They just have to sign up. It's very simple.
And I want to remind students that there might have been, someone like, say, a host of this show who once ate stale Cheerios with water because that's all I had in my home. And to this day, I cannot eat Tapatio salsa because I put it on everything because I didn't have much to eat. And thankfully now, I'll make a donation to the food pantry again this year. I'm in a position, because I did take advantage of certain services, to give back now. And that is something I think folks don't always think about. This isn't just about you getting help. This is about you getting yourself into a position to provide help later on.
Right.
So that's the big picture. When can they take advantage of the pantry?
Our next distribution is December 8th. We have volunteer opportunities all year round. Anytime any student wants to get involved, we're more than happy to accept help. We'll be also giving away free peanut butter and jelly sandwiches during the week of finals to help sustain the students while they're testing. Again, we have Panera Bread every day, so students can access that every day. We are constantly on a mission to continue gathering whatever resources we can to help the students be successful.
Right. So when you're cleaning out your pantry and you have food that face it, that soup, it seemed like a good idea, but your wife doesn't like it, it's time to let it move on, okay? Broccoli beef might be your favorite, but she doesn't like it, bro, okay? She doesn't like it. She's made that clear.
That brings me to another point.
Donate it to the pantry.
We have a Pack the Pantry event. It's actually starting today, and it's going to run through December 2nd. And it's actually going to be a campus club thing. So
nice.
Students who donate, who are part of a club, will receive points for their club, and kind of a friendly little competition. And it helps the students who participate in the pantry activities.
Here's something. That's the influence of Dr. DeMania.
Oh, it might be.
Snap. There he is. That's the other thing at taking advantage of those services is you might bump into huge campus assets like Dr. DeMania. These people got into these jobs not to get rich, but because they love to see the greatest reward, which is helping out our fellow humans. And that's why we're here. So thank you so much for sharing that with us.
Certainly.
Thanks for doing all the work that you do. And Desi, what are you up to today? You're all over the place, by the way.
Just a little bit, yes.
Congratulations on homecoming.
Thank you. Appreciate that. I'm actually working alongside amazing people like Danielle, in which we assist by giving back to the community because, as we all know, it is important because at some point in our lives we've been there where we need assistance.
And Desi, despite your obvious beauty and talent, it hasn't always been easy for you.
No,
just
it hasn't.
Like me.
No.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we have people to thank.
Yes, definitely. That's why I'm involved today on campus in a club and organization known as MECHA, in which I recently became the president of the organization.
Can we get a hand recount? Is that you're for sure the president?
Yeah, I think so.
Not just electoral college?
No,
Okay, all right.
No,
Just
it went
checking.
through.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, very good.
And so what we do is we work at giving back to the community, first and foremost, alongside with cultural awareness and empowering students to continue with their studies, no matter what they have to overcome. We're there alongside with them, and that's why we participate in activities such as Pack the Pantry, so that way we can assist in allowing them to fulfill their academic adventures.
And just an aside, I was at the Kern County Museum recently with my children, and I learned something about the indigenous people of this area. And they walked many miles to gather acorns, which then had to be processed and soaked and ground. I mean, it was a real hustle for them to get food. And it's astounding what the native people went through to get food and what we go through to get food today. I would say it's a little easier than walking tens of miles, and I mean, it's just amazing. It's incredible. And MECHA is for everybody. So.
Yes, everyone is welcome.
And as a native Californian, I feel like that applies.
I think so. The word native right there, you qualify.
I love it. That's very good. Desi, thanks for being on the show, and thank you for being here. It's the
Thank
Renegade
you.
Pantry. Reach out and ask for help. And hey, that food is tasty. Panera, come on now. I can't always afford it. Go to the Renegade Pantry and get it for free. We have more stories about why you should be thankful and how you can help others be thankful on Success and Equity on BCTV. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.